All right, we're live right now along Prosperity near Ferguson, and behind me you can see the red Ford Focus that those suspects were driving. That is the stolen vehicle that police tell us those suspects were inside. You can see damage on the front end here. They apparently crashed the car here, jumped out, and all four now are in custody. We can tell you that apparently this car was driving pretty quickly. You can see over here how it was traveling down Prosperity, knocked out this small tree over here in front of me, and then you can see part of the front end on that lawn right there, and then again it came across the street here and landed here. We did talk with investigators a little while ago. They said that their utmost priority, their most important priority, was to find that little girl, and we are hearing right now that she has been found safe and sound. That is according to our news desk. We're still trying to ascertain all of the information right now in terms of where she was found, how she's doing, and exactly where and where she was when she was discovered. Again, right now we don't know what sort of charges these suspects are facing. It's unclear if they knew that this baby was inside the car or if the baby was even inside the car at this time. We'd also heard some reports earlier that there was a car seat found in a Family Dollar general store about a mile up the road, but police tell us now that that did not belong to this little girl. So again, we're just trying to make sense of all this, trying to put all the pieces together. I understand that there is going to be a press conference at District 3 in just a little while. We're going to have a crew there as well, talking with officials, trying to ascertain again exactly what happened here. But it seems like this story will have a happy ending after all, that 18-day-old to 20-day-old little girl has been found. Back to you.
So now we're saying 21. TIMKYA, thank you. This is the picture that was sent out by Cincinnati police here. They said she was 18 days old. We heard reports that she was 20 days old, and now we're hearing
less than a month.
21. The bottom line is she is a newborn. She is
Yes.
a newborn, but the good news is safe. And if you stayed with us, you'll also know that in addition to the scene there at the West End, then there was the one where TIMKYA was near Western Hills High School. There was also a scene that just broke apart, really, at the Walmart on Glenway in Ferguson. Police were in there looking for her. They were looking for her because there was some word that perhaps that the baby was inside. So they scoured that Walmart, decided she was not there. So we know she wasn't found at the Walmart, that third scene where Cincinnati police were today. We, again, like TIMKYA said, though, don't know where she was found. We do know, though, that she is safe, presumably being checked out, sent to a hospital to make sure everything's okay.
So once again, as I'm scrolling through the photos, I was pulling them up on my laptop here. This is the initial scene, and we'll go back to the map here, right where the arrow is. It's on Hopkins Street. That it started shortly after 7 o'clock. It was here that the car was initially with the baby in the back seat. That it was taken. Here's right next to the townhome where it was. You can see police are there on the scene, and then you can see just how close to the curb the car could have been from one of the places along the 700 block of Hopkins, and then it went up into Price Hill. As Catherine was saying, it took quite some time. And then at Ferguson and Prosperity, where my arrow is right here, and then that's Western Hills High School, where the location would be, that's where the car slammed into that curb. Obviously, as TIMKYA was just reporting, it hit a tree. That is where we had some live pictures from just a few moments ago of the crime scene itself. You could see it is pretty heavily taped off. The four suspects got out of this car that we are led to believe from the Cincinnati Police Department at this point, and they took off. We don't know if the baby was in the car at the time. We don't know if they had a child. 3 of those individuals, after a foot chase with the Cincinnati Police Department, were taken into custody. They were arrested. A 4th person, the manhunt continued, along with the search for the child, continued throughout before they were able to make that 4th arrest.